Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is Robert, working on the Vino rod. Okay, so I took these brackets, cleaned them up with muriatic acid. I was watching Joe's next project, and he happens to be building a car, and he was doing his 3-link, and he put together a bracket, and he was using muriatic acid to clean the mill scale off and the rust. So I gave it a whirl. It really works great. But man, well ventilated, I'm telling you. Whew. I mean, I was jacked up for a while. I breathed too much of that, and man, I mean, even Bolo got up in the mix, and I seen him over there talking to the cat next door. Okay, well, let me get you over here, and I'll show you what I'm thinking about, how I'm going to get to what I want to get to next with the e-brake setup. Okay, as you can see, I've got this pulley action, and I'm taking these brackets, so the cable will run through these brackets, and I'll use one of these fancy C-clips to hold it in place. And so the cable will come, make its 90, and what I've done here is I've taken these 3/4 inch all thread couplings, and you can see the little 1/4 nut for the offset, so I can get that cable running through just a hair outside. So that's going to bring that, that cable back to a 90 without it, so it fits in that 90 instead of wanting to kind of be lazy and lay off to the side when I don't have my e-brake set. So the other thing that I scrounged up is these rods here are off a pendant light that I installed. So I kept, and now I'm going to use them as a conduit. And that bracket there, you can see there's another coupling on the bottom that's going to give me my 1 7/8 from the bottom of the trunk, which that is 1 7/8. So what I'll do is I'll poke a hole through the trunk, put that 1/4 bolt through, tighten that nut up, and so now I've got this bracket, which is it's a cable tray bracket. So when you're putting cable trays up in the ceiling, you can these are brackets to join 2 cable trays together. So I scrounge those up, and it'll continue on up to this point, and then it's going to hit that block right there, which that block is going to be on the other side of my tunnel. So, and then you can see that's a 5/16, and so I'll end up having a center pull from that, which you can see the set screws that I'll be able to close down onto my cable. And so that little action right there, that little coupling that's threaded into that, let's call it a conduit, I'm going to be able to take a Forstner bit, and I'm going to drill into the wood. That's part of the staves. That tunnel is part of the staves off the wine barrels, and I'll drill that Forstner bit hole, and I'll be able to insert that into the stave to hold that into position, and then I'll just use that one bracket to keep it in line. So the main thing is so when the e-brake is in a relaxed position, I don't have the cable hanging down, and it's in this conduit, just like if it was a full length brake cable. But like I said, I'm trying to use what I have instead of going and purchasing a new cable. I'm just trying to put together this at a minimal cost. I mean, you're talking, pennies here for these couplings. This scrounged. This was scrounged off a job. Scrounged off a job. So, I mean, I had like a $11 on the pulleys. Scrounged that bracket. So that's pretty much what you end up doing with, where I like to go with it is I like to try to make things with things that I get, scrounge up. So anyway, that's where I'm at with that type of stuff. And it just mainly, for me, building this car is gadgets. Trying to build what I can out of stuff that I find or just gather up, get given to me. So that's kind of the area that I'm headed with this. I'm gonna I'm gonna do the welding now. I'm gonna put this together and get the bracket set, get everything taken care of. And once I do that, I'll bring you guys back. But first I wanted to mention, just like I was saying about gadgets, I was watching Cameron's Barnes Garage channel, and he was taking an air tank and he's turning that air tank into a fuel tank. And that's kind of the thing that you do with rat rods is, yeah, you can go buy a fuel tank. But, if you can scrounge up something and you can turn it into something that works, why not? And I'll put a link to his channel right up here. You can go to it and check him out. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the flip side. Okay, guys, we're back underneath the trunk area. And you can see some of the work. So there's the block. So that's about 3/4 of an inch right there on center where those conduits go through the tunnel area. And then I've got the little spacer there holding that bracket. I ran out of wire, so I wasn't able to finish welding, so I just went ahead and mocked it up. A little bit of action there where I was able to weld, but I ran out of wire trying to put this second bracket on. I just got some horse pucky on that, holding that up in place. So I think she's going to work. Got some little chrome action going there, right on. So yeah, I'll have to get me some more wire, weld this pulley system in place. I've got this bracket set. Still have to cut this battery box off. I was waiting to see how I was going to progress with this, so looks like this is going to work out fine and dandy. Got a little bit of horse pucky right there. Get that horse pucky off of there. All right, guys. Well, I'm not going to be able to do any more work on this today, so we're going to sign off, and we'll catch you on the next one. Like always, subscribe, give me a thumbs up and a comment, and we'll catch you on the next one.